Answering the hard questions.
This week's question comes from Boswell C88.
The question is, did time exist before clocks were invented? I think it's a pretty straightforward question, and I'm going to have to say yes.
And I'm going to have to say no.
You're going to say no?
I'm going to say no, it didn't.
Okay, I'm saying yes because how would they have known what time lunchtime was? I'd like to live in a time when there was no time, I think.
Yeah,
It sounds like a lot less stress.
It was stress-free.
It was. You were there, were you?
It was.
That's another question too. I've always wanted to know. Like, obviously New Zealand's the first to eat every day.
Not anymore.
Who's first?
Samoa will be.
Then they don't count.
And they're losing an entire day. One day in December, they're just going to go, no, that day didn't happen.
Or how can a day not exist? It's just like leap year. They annoy the crap out of me, leap years.
Leap years annoy you, but they had a day, they don't get rid of a day.
But then where does that day go for the other 3 years? Imagine if that was your birthday.
There's this dude with really big pockets that he keeps days in.
You'd be a wrinkly old man celebrating your 21st birthday. I'm allowed out in town now, guys. It's not going to work. I never understood that. Why don't they just make, instead of having 24 hours in a day, make it 24 point whatever it would be to make it up to 365 days.
Because that would be less confusing for everyone.
It just makes no sense to me.
I'm pretty sure people have handled the leap year thing better than having to have 24.12 hours.
We should probably calculate that and find out just exactly how much it would be. I'm just going to base my year on that. Leap year, you can go to hell. What are you doing?
I'm Googling it.
You're going to Google it. My hand's going to be James. Hello, I'm James. Cookie! You like cookies, apparently too.
365.242374 days long.
What? 365.24?
And increasing.
Increasing. How can it increase?
Because the Earth is slowing down as it goes around the sun.
Well, it's just retarded. This is still recording, by the way.
Yeah. That was a waste of time.
I turned into an old man while I was waiting for you.
I was gone quite a long time then. A long time.
Oh, time.
Time. So, did time exist before watches and clocks? The answer is no. Time was created as a result of somebody making a clock. Pretty much happened like this. Dave's just brainstorming and he's like, you know what? I'm going to make this thing. It's a circle. I'm going to chuck some numbers on it. 1 to 12. Around the edge, that fits nicely. Plonk some on there. A couple of pointy things. Twist them around a bit. Awesome. I'll call it a clock. Pete walks up. It's Dave's best mate.
And he's like, Pete, what are you doing? What's the clock?
Oh yeah, just made it. Looks nice.
And then Pete then replied, you can't have a clock that doesn't do anything. What's it for? What does it do?
It doesn't do anything. It just looks nice. Just looks nice.
Just looks nice.
Yeah. It's got pointy bits on it and some numbers.
Make a good wall mount, wouldn't it?
It does. You can put it on your wall. You can put it on your wrist. Looks good.
Massive clock on your wrist. What's the time? What?
Well, we'll make smaller clocks.
Catch with like leather or something.
Why would he have asked what's the time? Time's not been invented yet.
Oh yeah.
You're not good at this role playing, are you?
I'm not. You can't role play when you're saying that you're saying something that someone else is saying.
That is role playing. Anyway, Pete has this brainwave. He's like, well, we've got tape measures that measure distance. Why don't we measure time with that? And he's like, Dave's all like, well, what's time? And he says, Pete replies, well, it's what your clock measures. And they're like, awesome. They make loads of money. They die young. They spend it all on drugs and alcohol. Dinosaurs.
Dinosaur ladies.
And yeah, basically the dinosaurs, he's riding one. It has a little swing on some weak web. Dinosaur falls, dies, kills both of them. And that's how time and clocks were invented.
And how dinosaurs became extinct
Which
at the same time.
Which we covered last week. So Boswell C88, that should answer your question. And that's it from me. Think about it.
Actually, before we go, I would like to know. Cause
you can't now, I've done my sign off. That's it, that's the end.